Overall a good team win, and just see our guys battle back in the fourth quarter once again. And a lot of individual efforts. You look at us on offense, Cronkite ran for another 100 yards plus game. Wilcox was really big in making the catches he made, and even with McCants making a big catch he made, able to get us down to the goal line where we were able to kick the game-winning field goal. But our kicker, Kobe, came in and hit 2 field goals, but was able to hit the game winner. And defensively was able to get the key stop when we really needed it. But, each and every week is going to be a battle for us. This is a conference. We're into the conference games now, so we're going to have to play our best, and we're going to have to continue to improve.
You mentioned Kobe White. What have you seen from him that have made you go back to him instead of going back to the other?
Well, Kobe started out, and I think, he's been our kicker. So it's, he hits them in practice. He does a good job. So you just stick to the guy who's been the most consistent.
He had a cast on. Was that from getting nailed the previous week?
That's when he got hit, yes. And the week before, he got hit on that one when the guy came off the edge from UMass. And I may have broke a finger or something, but, he's able to kick it. And we went out there and watched him kick it with the cast on, and he did a really good job.
You think of the way that Jordan keeps producing these 100-yard games and his offensive line keeps opening holes for him?
Well, that's the key. If our offensive line can protect our quarterback and can be physical at the point of attack, which allows us to run the ball, then Jordan will continue to be productive. And you always want to see, with the offensive line, and even on offense, you want to see guys that can rush the ball and get you that 100 yards. Well, it is, and the schedule is getting ready to get tougher because, we got UConn at home, then you got going the road to Houston, then you come back against Tulane, then you go back-to-back to Cincinnati and to Temple, and then end it with the last game at UCF. But, we played a lot of players, and we just got to continue to get those guys reps. This past week we didn't get a lot of reps, especially on the outside with our receivers, but we need to play more guys to keep us fresh. No, I don't say anything to those guys. You look at them and they just run out there, and I just think it's best to leave them alone and let them go. Because at practice I don't say anything to them. We put them in those position in those situations, so it's just best to let them go out and kick the ball.
Coach, I know you mentioned after the game a lot of resiliency, fighting through adversity to win a game like that on the road. But do you and your coaches almost get the sense that we're tempting football fate here a little bit, the way we're kind of playing some of these games?
Well, I think that what people seem to forget is, especially when you're on the road, you're going to get someone's best at home. So whether it be UMass at home, whether it be Illinois at home at their stadium, whether it be Tulsa, they're going to play their best. So you have to be ready, and you get down, but it just speaks of our team that we're able to fight through that atmosphere and to bounce back and go win those games. But you're always, and I tell them all the time, guys, this is a road game. We're going to get their best, so we're going to have to go out and we're going to have to finish. The important thing for us is that we're going to have to play and finish the game.
When Jordan was talking about the song that was in the locker room afterwards, it was "Lean on Me." He was saying there was a speaker that came in, and that was a song that the speaker played. What kind of do you think that kind of showed that really kind of stuck with the team?
No, what happened was. A speaker came in and he asked one of our players, he asked who could sing. And one of the players sang, well, the only song I know is Lean On Me. So he started the song, then he made the rest of the guys join in with him as they sung his song. So the other night, it was, the same guys started singing that song again, and the team joined in and started singing it.
Because you guys played back-to-back games on the turf, how are you guys feeling right now after that?
Well, it doesn't. With the way it is now with the turf, it's nothing but synthetic grass more than anything. So it doesn't really affect you at all. Probably with conditions, sometimes it's better to be on the turf.
The confidence in the team has to be sky high right now, which is a good thing going into the back end of the schedule, which is very tough. If you talk about that and how that confidence has been growing these 6 weeks.
Well, you have to, in order to compete, you have to have confidence, and you have to play with confidence. And and our guys, and that's what they've been able to do. Is just you never feel like that you're out of it, and even with 7 minutes to go in that game, they kept saying, "Hey, coach, we got you," and I said, "You got me," and I said, "Yeah, I said something a little different what they was thinking, but you sit there and you're 14 down, so McCann's like, well, we're going to go score, and then the defense will get a stop, then we'll go score again. So we go and score, defense get a stop, then we go score again. But even that, we were still chasing points because we had got the extra point block, so we had to still go back out and get another stop. And who knows, even if we don't get an extra point block, would they have tried to go win the game? With Tulsa taking the ball, because they had their punter was an excellent kicker and the field goal. He was an excellent kicker, so what would have happened? But they gained confidence because of the way they've had to play and the way they've had to fight back and play through a lot of games. And the guys are making the plays. I mean, you look at the play that Wilcox is a big-time player, and he makes we're down 7-3, and we throw a ball down the middle of the field, and he lays out and makes an unbelievable catch, and then that allowed us to take the ball down and go tie the score. But he's playing unbelievable. McCants, anytime you get the ball out there to him, who knows what's going to happen with him. Even Solly made a big catch. We throw the hitch route. He made 4 or 5 people miss, and then but it's almost like when they don't tighten up. A lot of times when you get in close games, guys tighten up. It's like these guys get loose, and then they start playing like, why we wait so late to play? But the start of the game, we drop a ball, drop a deep ball, which would have put us up right away, which we caught that ball in the UMass game, and we went up right away. So and then just defensively, just getting the stops and guys making, you got to make tackles and you got to tackle well.
How concerned are you still with first down? Is it something that the defense is doing to you? Is it play calling, execution?
It's a combination of both, and we're not executing, and then the defense will give me all these different looks. But what we got to do is we can't get behind the chain, and that's what we're doing. We always talk about on offense we got to win on first down, so we got to get it to 2nd and 4 or less, and then on defense you want to make sure you win on first down where it's 8 or more. So it's we got to win on first down, and we got to continue to try to get better on first down and move the chains. Like we got to, even if we're not going to always get chunk plays, but we just got to get enough plays that we can manage it if we get it to 3rd down.
How good is it to be at home? It's been almost a month. You guys been on the road for a long time. How beneficial is that for a homecoming game, conference game?
Well, I told our guys the back half of the schedule, I said, after I opened Nate, I said, guys, we have 8 games left, and 5 are on the road. So we're not going to get to come home that much. And, to come back, homecoming with Connecticut is going to be big for us, and it'll be really good for us. But, the back end of our schedule, because now you come home, then you go back out on the road, then you come back home, then you go 2 on the road. So it's, whenever we get a chance to play in front of our home crowd, then we need to play well.
When you look at this UConn team, they're not having the season that they want to have. Is there any worry of your team looking past UConn ahead to a road game against Houston?
No, because what I try to do, but it's just human nature, because the guys are going to look down the road. But I just try to focus. This is a 1-game season. We got to focus on this game. We got to stay locked in on this game, and you just got to talk about it all the time. That's what it's UConn, guys. We got to go play well, and they haven't had the season, but still though, you're in the conference, and if you don't go out with the right preparation, then you can look up and some bad things can happen for you.
Obviously, Blake was huge again in the clutch moments at the end. In the first half, he looked like he was out of rhythm. What do you think was happening there?
I think that once he settled down, because what they did was they gave us a different coverage, which we haven't seen. And it was, they had 3 guys across the back, so they had a guy outside, guy in the middle, guy outside, and they clouded the outside receiver. So they were not going to let us throw the ball in the middle. And some of the throws that he made, we had guys, we just didn't find the guys. And once he settled down and he was able to, just get his confidence back and then let Coach Gilbert coach him, then we were able to make those throws. Because you look at like I said, you remember the one drive, probably the last drive, he bangs ones inside, throw it to two defenders, the Wilcox. He goes down and makes the catch, and then that's when he throws the ball outside to Solly, and then he hits McCants. The one on McCants, the DB was all on top of him. McCants got his eyes back, and he was able to jump back inside the guy and make the catch. But Blake can throw the football, and he can put the ball in the right places. And once he gets settled down, then he can really put it where we need it.
What kind of an attitude do you think the team took out of that game? In other words, they've been winning a lot of games right at the end. Do you think that reinforced the idea that, well, we can do whatever we need to do when we have to, or do you think they looked at it and said, we came pretty close to losing this, we better take it up?
Well, a lot of times when you have a young football team, it's more when you get in, they don't ever. They just feel like they're not going to lose the game. Like at some point, somebody's going to make a play. And even what I said a while ago, even with like 7 minutes to go in the game, and we're down 14 points, I'm sitting there like, oh, man, we done messed around and lost the game. And they're sitting there saying, hey, Coach, we got you. And so the offense goes and scores, and then we stop them, then they go back and score again. But it just speaks on how they just continue to play. And a lot of I've been a part of a lot of teams when you got down 14 with 7 minutes, you're going to lose the game. Because if a play isn't made, then they're going to give in. And not so much give in, but they just see it and it's not happening and they don't play. But our guys just for some reason, they just keep playing. But we talk about it all the time. You got to play with confidence. You got to trust one another. And the game isn't over until when it's over. So we just got to keep playing through it.
You know, about getting this team to play 4 quarters, a whole complete game. And it seems like, for whatever reason, that's not sinking in too much. It just seems like they kind of just slide through it, and then when they have to turn it on, they turn it on. But it's also almost brought that to a quick end, and it seems like they need to start playing them earlier.
Well, you like to get off to – well, you look at UMass, we got off to an early start. I mean, we throw the long one for the first play of the game, you get a touchdown, then we go out there and get a stop, then we come back. But we all want to, for us to be really, really good, we have to play 4 quarters. We have to. And you're right, it's not every time you're going to be able to come back and because and not to take anything away from Tulsa. Tulsa was a good football team. They just, they've lost some close games themselves. So that game could have went, it's glad it went our way, but we have to play 4 quarters, and we have to get going. And we can – it's like we don't play very well the first half. Then the second half, we jump back out there and start going. Like Cronkite hits the big run. We get start the second half, we get a long run by Cronkite, and then we're back in the game. But then we give up another touchdown, then we're back down 14. But we just got to – once we get started, we got to continue to play fast and play aggressive. Yes, Gaynor was one, and I called him yesterday, and he wasn't home, and I think he may have came back today, but I told him to take as much time as he need with his family, and don't know all the circumstances or what happened with him, but he lived in Panama City, so he was one that was affected by it.
Did he travel with y'all?
No, he did not travel. He went home. I want to say that when we left Thursday, I think he may have left that Wednesday night.
Coach, what are your thoughts on these turnover chains and turnover swag and stuff like that? Do y'all have anything of that nature?
No, once somebody starts something, we're not going to jump on board. But it's amazing to see how Miami has taken the turnover change, and everyone has got their own little gimmick, but. No, we just that's your job to go get turnovers, and we should go get them. We talk about getting them all the time, but no, we're not going to jump on board and start putting something unusual out there. We just know that's a part of our job.
Does Cronkite remind you of anybody that you've coached before in terms of his speed? I mean, when he gets through, he's gone.
You know, it's so you watch him and you watch him practice, and you don't really think he's fast, and then all of a sudden when he breaks him, no one runs him down. Well, from UMass, the DB ran him down, but he goes and he breaks away, but. It's fun to watch because he'll kind of just bounce along, then all of a sudden he hit it, and then he's gone. But you would not know it because he practices hard, but he doesn't show that speed. Like some guys are fast, and they're fast. Like Bell is fast, and Bell is fast. And like you take a guy like Horn, we know Horn is fast, and even Johnny Ford, he's more quick than fast. But it's like when you watch Cronkite, it's just like he's just complete. Like he's a complete back. Like he can power run it. He can run away from you. He can do all the things that a running back that you want of a running back.